Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to learn about how you can install a Active Directory server on Windows Server 2022. So let's get started with this video. I have logged in my server, and now let's click start menu and go to the servers, and under the servers you have the option add roles and the features. So let's click here, and now click on next, and it's a role based or the feature installation. Let's go next, and now here is a your server is selected. In my previous video I shows like how you can what are the features about Active Directory. So if you have not watched, you can watch that video. Now click on next, and here what we are going to select it ADDS, Active Directory Domain Service, and just click OK. So it will install all roles whatever is required, the prerequisite and all. By default it will select. Now click on next, and do not require to select anything here, just click on next. And now here is the ADDS, that is a which role we have selected, Active Directory Domain Services. Now click on next, and now click on install. So after this installation we will be configuring your DNS server, how you can install the DNS, how you can configure the DNS server once this installation done. So basically this server this installation will take maximum 5 to 10 minutes based on your server speed. So just let's wait for. Now the installation is almost done, it will take couple of more minutes. Okay, so now you can see its installation in progress, and here is a command configuration required installation succeed on AD. So let me close this because this AD installation is done. Click here, and now click on the yellow button, and here is a option to prompt the server to the domain controller. So now we can configure our AD server. So here is an option add to domain control to end the existing domain. So I don't have any domain, but I will create another video to show you how you can add in the existing domain. Now click on this new domain for the existing forest. No, I don't have the existing forest also. I need a new forest. So let me give this name something. So what I can do, I can give the vanch.com, and let me go the next. So this is what my the domain, and here it asking for the password, so leave as it is rest of the things. So I'm providing the password for a recovery. So this password is a recovery for DSRM, directory service restored mode. Now click on next, and now just click on the next, and here it will be a NetBIOS name. Just wait for few seconds, that will configure. Okay, so it's automatically detected the NetBIOS name will be once, and go next. Now you have the folder database located in the C drive, your NTDS folder, and the logs NTDS log, and the sysvol folder in your the C drive inside the window. Now click on next, and now we are good with all these settings. Click on next, and now it will configure. Just wait for the couple of minutes. So now it's pop up for to click to install, and then your server will be ready. Now click on install, and we need to wait couple of minutes once this process will done. So now the installation is done. The server was the successfully configured as a domain controller, and now it's saying you are about to the log out and sign out. So now the machine is rebooted. So let's get login back on this server, and we'll start the configuration. Okay, so now we rebooted this machine, and you can see after reboot this machine, here is a sign into the Vanch. So this domain is showing here. Now let me type the let me type the username and the password which we were created. But now this will log in with your the domain account, so your machine is a part of the domain. And let's log in and validate this is automatically added or not, and then we can define the IP addresses and the other stuff will complete on this server. So now server is rebooted and it launch automatically. What we can do, we can go from here also to check whether it's added to the domain or not, or if not, you can go to here on this file explorer. Just wait for a few minutes. Now you can go from here also, right click and go to the property, and let's just wait for it. It's opening a bit late. Okay, so now here is the server property, and what you can see here is the advanced system property. Go here and can check the computer name. So this computer already added to your AD Active Directory. So ad.once.com, when you install the Active Directory server, it will join to the domain automatically. So no need to join it manually here. So now we are good with this, and let's open the Active Directory. Now click on the start and type the Active Directory. Okay, so Active Directory users and computers. So here you can see in the other things also, Active Directory domain interest, site services, and here is the Active Directory user and the computers. So this is our Active Directory server where we'll be working the some few more things, how we can create a groups, how you can create a users, and how you can assign it. So let's see what are the default users we have. So we have all the groups here. We have the administrator user. So this is a single sign, it's showing users and it mentioned here users, and this is a groups where it's showing the double sign. So it's called like a security group. So we have the multiple by default security groups, and here is the guest is disabled. And this is the hierarchy, like what are the computers you have here. It's domain controller, it comes under the domain controllers. If you joined any computer, so it will reflect under the computers hierarchy, and if you create any users, you're going to create here. Let me do one more thing. So now we have configured our these DNS and all. So let me just go to the IP config and see what is the IP address it having. So it's having this IP address, subnet, and the default gateway. So let me configure this part, and let me configure this. So this is what your IP is getting, but this is a dynamic IP because still we have not assigned a static IP. Let me go here and let's see what is the internet settings. Go to the connector and let's verify it under the Ethernet. Let me go to this property, go to the edit. Okay, let me go with the control panel. Go to your the network settings, and here is your the connector. Go to the property and see what are the IPs you have assigned. So go to the IPv4, go here, and you can see it here. It's your only this IP address is a static IP, sorry, dynamic IP is assigned, not the static IP. So we need to assign the static IP here, and we need a DNS server as well. So now the question is, what is the DNS server? So let's type here the DNS, and here what we have, the our DNS server is already installed on the same server where we install the AD. So DNS is already installed. If we need to configure the DNS reverse forward lookup zone and the reverse lookup zone, so let me configure the DNS now. Now create a new zone, go to the next, it's a primary zone, go here to the DNS server running to the domain controller on this, go to the next, the zone name, I can say it's a uh, forward lookup zone, forward lookup zone, I can say, I'm sorry, it's like a once, it won't be take the double name, so you have to mention it's like a single name, single word only. So go to the next, allow it's for the recommended active directory, go next, and the finish. So your like forward lookup zone is created here, and let's go to the reverse lookup zone, create a new zone, let's go to the next, go to the primary and TNS, and here the IP address for the research zone, go next, and here you need to define your the IP range. So network, my IP range is 172.25.42, so it's a 172.25.42, I think. Let's see, 172.25.42, and IP address will not be defining here. Go to next, allow the updates, that's fine, go next, and done. So now we are done with our DNS settings, like forward lookup zone and the reverse lookup zone. So we are good with this our settings. And now the thing is to assign the dynamic IP, how we can do that. So our DNS is ready. If we want to test it, let's me go and ping with the name AD, and let me see if it is resolving the name. Okay, so it's taking the IPv6 also. Let me stop this first. Let me go here, and it's taking from the IPv6. Let's uncheck this and give it try now. So it's under the local host, that's why it's replying like that. Let me put the AD. Okay, or IP CONFIG IP config. Let's give it try with this. Okay, so somehow I think it's need a reboot, and the proper IP address we have not assigned. So let's fix this problem. Now what we can do, let me go to the property for this connector, go to the IPv4, assign this IP address 172.25.42.224. Let me give the same IP address, and the subnet is 240.0, 240.0, and the default gateway will be the same, 172.25.32.1. so same in the sense is what it is showing here in this screen, so you have to type the same. And now our the DNS server hosted on the same, so this will be the our DNS server IP. So let's type the same IP, 172.25.42.224. so we don't have the secondary alternate DNS now, so let's leave it blank and click OK. And if you want to add some more things, what you can do, go to the here, go to the DNS, add your the domain name, so wunsch.com, that will be the best practice. Now let's do this, and now after you did that, now let's ping this machine, it's reachable, that's fine, but I need to resolve this name. So this is not getting resolved. So what we need to do, ipconfig slash plus DNS. Okay, and now here it will be a regist, a registered DNS, but we need to run with the admin rights. Wait, let me close this console and go for the CMD. Right click here, run as administrator. Go to the ipconfig space slash regist registered DNS. Now let's give it try. Ping ad. Okay, so it's still not resolving that name. Ping ad dot wunsch.com. Okay, let me do that. ipconfig slash let me try with this IP. Okay, so now still it not resolving that name. Let me reboot this machine and give it try again. And once it's all set up here, then it will work out. So let me reboot this machine, turn off, and just wait for the second. So now I have rebooted this machine, and let's try to ping again. If it is not resolving, it's taking the reply from has 111. So there might be because it's local and the AD. So let's try a NS lookup to test whether your DNS is working or not. So NSLOOKUP NS lookup, and you can put the AD, your name, and now you can see the server is this, and your address name is getting resolved. What is the AD, and this is the responder. So if you're getting this value and your server name is getting resolved, that means it's your NS lookup and the DNS is working fine. So guys, now it's done for the today's video, and I will be coming up with the next video with some of the new tutorial, like to how to create a username, how to add the devices in the domain, and this is all the basic learning which you need to know. So thank you guys, see you soon in my next video.